Good morning. Welcome to another morning broadcast. We meet weekdays, 9 a.m. Eastern, and we discuss our game plan for the day. If this is your first time, welcome. If you're returning, please smash that like button if you enjoy the stream so we can continue these day in and day out. I deploy a strategy where I try to find or locate stocks that have high momentum, high volatility, primarily scalp or move to move trades. Some of them turn into swing trades. So if you like the stream, smash that like button, drop some comments. Let me know what you're looking at as we go through the watch list, okay? So we'll jump into the game plan. Welcome, Jordan. We'll jump into the game plan first, and we will start there for the day. We'll start with the big picture, as always. We'll look at the macro indices, and that's where we will begin. So let's do that. All right, morning. If you're just joining, hope you're having a good week so far. All right, my man. Thank you, Rashid. All right, so let's do it. All right, so spies and cues, we see created all-time highs. The economic growth is as expected. Monetary policy is as expected. Tech has started to ramp back up. So we saw the Nvidias, the Apples of the world rallying, and we see that reflected in the indices. We were waiting within this range for a catalyst or recovery from the DeepSeek AI announcement that hit the stocks. So we saw like a big drop on some of the major stocks after that DeepSeek announcement. And then we are seeing the recovery right in front of us. Also, the Trump tariffs and the trade wars, the bulls are saying that a lot of the uncertainty is dying down. So we're still in a heavily headline dominated environment, but a lot of the uncertainty is starting to die down right now. So we're seeing that rally across all of the indices. Let's jump into individual names. We're going to start. So if you're on the stream, we focus on smaller price stocks because I know most of you all are out there building your accounts, compounding your accounts. So typically we're looking at names sub $20, but there's always some hot stocks that are higher priced, but I'll talk about those later on in the meeting. Okay. This morning, WOK, this one had a high float turnover. I couldn't really find a catalyst, but we had excellent turnover. This was the top of the list. Easy scalps here to catch on WOK this morning. NIVF was one that started to run, and then it became a fader. So that one actually faded, which is typical of these stocks. So if you can catch the front side momentum, some of them, they'll continue to run. But then some of those will become faders. So if you were watching, you probably saw these two on the scan at the top, two different dynamics. Another one that popped up, SOBR, this one started to run. I was watching the tape in the level 2. I actually posted in our Discord. There was a massive, I think it was like 100K, 100K sell order, limit order on the ask here. So I posted that in our Discord because I was just looking to see if we're going to get a breakout. So I was watching the tape, watching the level 2, and gave a micro pullback here, another one. But then about here, we had some heavy selling on the level 2. And then I think once it started to drop, that was a massive order right after the VWAP. So if you can catch the long side in the pre-market of the smaller stocks, those can work. You can get scalps. Sometimes they continue to run. I find that this week it's like we've been going against the tide. A lot of the rallying that we had last week where things were easy to go long on, I'm seeing that we're just getting small scalps out, and we started to see a lot of those names that we were trading last week and the week before. We started to see a lot of those turn around. So those were on the scan this morning. A few others, but let's talk about. We're going to talk about some fresh news names, but RGTI, you'll see the quantum names. They gapped up here and pre-market. They were moving because Microsoft made an announcement that they unveiled a new chip, and they said that quantum was going to be more relevant within the coming years. If you notice with quantum, we had a big move to the upside here, major run. We're trading RGTI in that basket for a while. Then you had NVIDIA, the CEO. He made a comment that I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, that quantum was like decades out. So you had a massive sell. But now Microsoft has unveiled a chip, a quantum chip, and stated that quantum will be relevant within the next few years. You also have Google and IBM. So we see RGTI starting to heat up and that basket. So you'll see the same. You see QUBT. All right. You see a turn here. So you see like something that's similar to the right side of the V activating. So these will be on my watch list. So that's all those in that names, all of those in that basket. I'll just select the best one for me, and you should do the same. Some of them have different prices. I'll look at the one that has the most volume as well, the best tape, and I'll trade that one. Yeah, Baba definitely is it's popping right now. I'll get to it. As I mentioned, I'll talk about the lower price names first because most of us are building accounts, and then there's some obvious plays for higher price stocks due to earnings that I'll discuss later. Okay, so QUBT, LAES is another one that you'll see. Some of these are they're on the scan, and also they have a catalyst behind them. It's not direct, but it's more of a sector theme catalyst. So I'm interested in those. All right. Okay, let's talk about a few that I have my eye on that they have low volume right now, but earnings they've gapped up due to earnings. So HLF is up 30%, almost, or 28% technically on earnings. AMPL, this one is up on revenue increase, right? So they reported earnings gapped up about 20%. Oftentimes, the really hot names, like if you look at Baba, this one, earnings reported, and it's really hot. You can see volume, a lot of price action, a lot of movement after. Some of those will be like Baba, but then some you'll have pre-market trading won't be too exciting. But at the open, you'll see a lot of volume go into those. So I just have these on watch. Typically, I'll set alarms, and I'll look at how they open up. Okay. All right. So let's talk more like mid cap. SMCI. This one has been hot. We've been trading this one for a few days. Well, actually, for a few weeks now. And time moves by so fast. But this one, SMCI has been running up. Originally, they had a few different catalysts. So not only the earnings, but I think it was a $700 million investment. So that's been running up for a few weeks. Pulled back slightly, and then major rally up and towards the end of the day. And then you had like right when Powell was at the Powell release here, you saw a dive on SMCI. We saw a dive on PLTR and a few others here. So we'll see if SMCI now is holding the support level that it tried to, it actually dipped into yesterday around 55.85 and then pulled back. So now it's on that support. So we'll see if price is going to hold and we have a continuation. So that's an obvious name that's been hot. A lot of trading A lot of volume there on SMCI. Another one is him and hers. So multi-day rally. This one has been it's been rallying for a few weeks here since January. And major push yesterday. And now we just have a pullback to support levels here. So looking to see how that one plays out today. All right. Let's get it. All right. Let me see what's going on in the chat. Again, smash the like button if you are enjoying these. Let me know what you're looking at in the chat, and I will try to get to it. Good morning. Good morning. You're looking at Futu because of Baba, most likely. All right. So yeah, I talked about Baba. That one is if you can afford that stock, that one is a name definitely to take a look at. APLD. I'll take a look at APLD. This one just pop up on the scan or what? What's going on with this APLD? Closes 375 million financing deal, and it's been rallying decently. All right, let me just look at what's going on with it. Okay, yeah. So this is one multi-day trend. Look at structure and entry here. Gapped up this morning. So yeah, here, see if you can get an entry on the pullback or if it's going to break. So it's touching. It broke. What kind of level is this? This is. I guess this is like a 2-3 month level here. It's daily. It's this level here. So if it does break and there's volume, then that could be, or if it dips here for a long entry, that could work out. All right, APLD, NVIDIA just bought it. That's what it is. Yeah, I need to look at it. Okay, that's good news. APLD, I missed that news. I think. See, Applied Digital closes 375 million financing with SMBC. But yeah, if you have news that NVIDIA just bought APLD, or did they acquire it or did they just grab shares? Anyhow, that's a good news catalyst if that's the case. I don't know what I sent a message, but I don't see it in chat. All right, ASTS. I didn't remove any messages, Rashid. I'm holding Futu because of Momo trading app. They have earnings coming next month. 13. Okay, NVIDIA just bought shares in APLD. Nice. Those lines that you're drawing are classic supply. Yeah, classic support and resistance. Yep. But what I'm seeing though also is I'm not saying it, but I'm grading these levels based on if it's a daily level, weekly, or maybe a monthly level, so those are things that I'm considering that I didn't mention. But yeah, these lines are just classic support and resistance, but the weight that I give them depends on if it's an intraday level or if it's a longer term level. So I do have to mention that. All right, what else? ATS. Let me make sure nothing's popping up on the scan as well while we're in here. Yeah, I do see GDS moving. ASTS. Hey, if I want to drop a survey here for everyone on the chat. If you can, we will drop a survey. I want to ask everybody what account sizes you're trading, just so that I have more information and we can ensure that we're discussing the right stocks for you guys as well. I'm making a lot of assumptions. So ASTS, actually, I'm following a few names just based off of the trend. It's been trending. It's sitting on support levels. And then I watch for volume and price action. This is one that looks like It's sitting on support. It had several pops here, pop yesterday. So this support level, uh, it may offer some more entries here. March 3rd, quarterly business update. AST Space Mobile to provide quarterly business update. Yep. All right, so that's coming March 3rd, but yeah, it's on a decent level for sure. Just make sure that look and see if volume comes in. Okay. Hey, Lion Rise. I was thinking of buying 30K of shares to ride intraday. 30K USD. Should I buy SMCI or APLD? It depends on your playbook. That's all, man. It depends on your playbook. Check DMs. I sent you a DM for a project last week. I'm a programmer building a platform. Okay, can you just resend me another one? I'm gonna just take my email, support@profitxtrading.com. Just send me an email. That'll be the fastest. Okay. All right, let's go. So what I've been finding this week, again, as I mentioned, if we look at the stocks we were trading last week, BBAI, okay, just one thing I want to mention. So we may have multiple days where it's hot, we're killing it. We put our foot on the gas, and we are leaning into our trades. So BBAI, for example, we were trading that one last week. And then now if you see it, it's been shorting day after day, right? So we had to move on. So that's one. I think WRD was one that started earlier last week, right? Rallied again, and then it's just been shorting this week. Okay, so we have to remain nimble, and also we have to analyze like what side are we on? Are we on the long side, or are we on the short side of the move? Right? Are we still above VWAP? If we look at some of the EMAs as just references, right? We have to, ensure that we analyze and make sure that like we're on the right side of the trade. Are we still going long, or has the trade turned? Like it's profit? Are we in a profit taking leg of the trade, right? So every day isn't just come in and smash the gas on one on your ticker. Sometimes we may be going for 3-4 days really strong, really hot, and then there's going to be natural profit taking. So some of those tickers that we were trading, we may have to, as when the market opens, if our rules aren't respected, we don't see the patterns that we need to see. If there's more aggressive selling, if we're going long, there's more aggressive selling, then we have to take a step back and ensure that we aren't getting caught in the rhythm of going long. We want to be in a rhythm, but we also need to analyze and ensure we're on the right side. Okay, so that's something that we want to ensure that we're doing. Okay, so a lot of the trades that we were taking last week, some of those stocks have just turned. Okay, so now I'm just refreshing the list and looking for new names to trade. But like SMCI, for example, that one just kept going. But there's a lot of names that we were looking at last week that we're on the short side of those profit taking. Okay. All right. So just be aware, and every day is not the same. So something can be running for 5 days, and then we need to assess whether on that 6th day we're still rallying or not, or we may go flat. So we have to look at our price action. We have to look at volume. If you're using the tape or level 2 or CVD, all of the combination of those will give you the hints that you need to understand. If the stock is giving you your setup. Okay. So we may if you've been in the ProfitX Zooms, we're opening up right at the market open. We see something running, but then all of a sudden it starts to fade and we have aggressive selling, right? So we have the price action pattern, but the volume and the order flow is telling us that the sellers are more aggressive than the buyers. So we take a step back and wait. We avoided a lot of fake outs by using price action, volume, and order flow. Okay, so Something can be hot, as I mentioned, for a few weeks or just a few days, and then it can go flat, right? Or it can fade. So, you know, come to the market every day, analyzing the stock that you're looking at for that particular day. Look at it in the macro, but also, look at the intraday as well, because the intraday can be giving you a pullback for the next leg of the higher time frame. Okay, so you always be aware of the situation and circumstances. All right. So let's see what else are we. OSRH. We were trading this one yesterday. Actually, I tried to get in and I didn't get a fill, but I contacted my broker and I figured out what the issue was. It was an issue on my part, but it was a breakout trade. So it popped up on the scan yesterday here, and then it was a breakout trade I was trying to get into, but I had an issue with getting filled. But I reached out to my broker and found out why. So this one, it popped and then it faded. So we can set alarms here to see if something else happens here. But from what I remember, it wasn't a long-term catalyst. So we take advantage of the front side and then these fade. That's characteristic. All right. Can you please write it in the chat? I'm building it for the last 7 months. All right. Email support@profitxtrading.com. I'm not writing in the chat only because bots, they scan for emails and they'll spam me. How long should we wait after the market open to enter into trade? It depends. Depends on your setup. Sometimes the earnings plays, you have to take the breakout or you'll miss the move. A lot of times that happens for earnings plays. So it just depends on your setup. I know that's not a direct answer. It'll take me longer to explain. Typically, you should wait because there may not be a setup. Maybe you're in a range and you need a setup to form. But it all just depends. Let me hit my team real quick on the survey. And I'll drop it in the chat. Okay. All right. We have about 8 minutes until the market opens. This is my first time. Hakeem, this is my first time in live. Do you trade options or only shares? I trade shares only at this point. Benny, can I start trading with you? I have no experience and I'm willing to learn. All right. Hit the first link in the description of the YouTube video for help. I'm still holding on BBAI. I'm holding and buying, I believe. Yo. Well, hopefully you're buying. This is gonna be the turn if you're buying. So we'll see. I have my eye on it. I'm just waiting for the right side of the V at this point. But yeah. So we'll see. We'll see if those AI names start to turn. So, all right. I think I've discussed everything that I have on my side. Let me just make sure. Yep, I'm good. All right, QUBT. Okay, one last one that I just had on watch, like the Serve robotics companies. I'm still it's on the back burner right now. So I do like that it started to turn here, but let's see if we get another pop. Okay, all right, that's it. I hope y'all have a great day, and I will talk to y'all later. Thanks a lot. All right, bye-bye. Let's get it. Let's make some money.